Welcome to Machu Picchu. I traveled to Peru to hike 45 kilometers over 4 days along the Inca Trail with Alpaca Expeditions. After a day of sightseeing in the Sacred Valley, it was time to pack our duffel bags, fill up our water, and head to the van, which would transport us to the porter's lodgings in Ollantaytambo. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. After a quick and delicious breakfast, including coca tea and fresh fruit, we grabbed our sleeping bags and sleeping bag liners and put them into our duffel bags. Our duffels could only weigh 7 kilograms and had all our personal items in them for the next 3 nights. The strong and impressive Alpaca Expeditions team, known as the Green Machine, loaded the vans and we were off to the start of the Inca Trail. I felt nervous but excited.
Father's Day. But I think we have few fathers here, right? But then we have kids back home, all right? So then happy day for the fathers, guys.
I paid 1 sol to use one of the last flush toilets I'll see.
Hey, we are at the checkpoint for the Inca Trail and we are gonna hike over 4 days to Machu Picchu. Let's go!
And we're off! Well, first things first, a quick passport inspection.
Hola!
Muchas gracias. Okay, now we're really off, across this wooden bridge and then onto a dirt path on the other side. I tried to keep up with the porters, but man, these people are tough and fast. I looked around me and took it all in, and tried to avoid the donkey poop. Before long, we came to this gorgeous rest stop with these amazing chairs and a stunning view of the Andes Mountains. Plus, I got an ice cream. I was so sad to leave it behind, but the trail must go on. Before long, though, I was feeling quite sore, and I had to rest my back. Years ago, I fractured my spine, and I've had 2 spinal surgeries. I felt so grateful just to be here and be doing this.
Well, because the name of that Inca site definitely is after 1911. 1912 is when this American explorer, Hiram Bingham, has found that place. But basically, the one that we have, one by the river, it was never ever lost, like the ones we're gonna see later. Okay, the ones we're gonna see tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, they've been lost because nobody lived around those places. Around here, as we can see, there's some villages, and these local people, they always knew about these places. The only thing is they were so much respectful, scared kind of, and they haven't used them, and they haven't destroyed them, and they haven't, protected them either, right? So amigos, that Inca site, known as Patarachta, very, very well protected by the retaining walls first on the side of the river. Then they built on the following terraces, most probably as a farming terraces.
Time for a little update. So we're about 2 hours into day 1. My back is still sore, and we have about an hour and a half left until lunch. It has been pretty moderate today in elevation, and right now I'm at this super cool Inca site. This is one of the perks of walking the Inca Trail rather than just taking the train or bus to Machu Picchu. Next, we enjoyed a multi-course lunch, starting with guacamole and soup, and then I sat down with a mug of coca tea and did some blister maintenance. And then we were off again. Please enjoy this video without any trending audio, just me huffing and puffing. We made it into camp. I might have been the last one to make it, but hey, I made it, and the tents were already set up for us. It felt so good to take off my boots and watch the sky start to turn into a lovely evening glow. Okay, I'm losing lights, but just wanted to take a few steps away from camp and just be like, dang, I am hiking in the Andes. And yes, I'm hiking slow, and I do feel that some of my group wants to go faster, but we're all gonna end up at the same campsite every night, and we are here at campsite 1, got our tents all set up for us with some cozy sleeping pads and sleeping bags, and I cannot wait to just go relax. Today was Father's Day. Katora and I did plan our hike to start on Father's Day, which is always a bit of an emotional day for me. I am struggling with my back and my breathing. I get so winded even just with minor elevation, and that's really tough. My lungs are at their max with this lower oxygen up here at this higher altitude. But I'm doing my best. I really believe in myself. I'm gonna stick with a positive attitude. I can do day 2. All right, I'm gonna go relax. See you tomorrow. Later that evening, we got hot water to make tea and the best sight, fresh salted popcorn. Oh, I needed this. Good morning. It is day 2. It is almost 5 a.m. We just had some cocoa tea. We're gonna go have some breakfast and then we're gonna start hiking on what is probably gonna be a really hard day up to Dead Woman's Pass. A delicious breakfast, including chocolate-covered crepes, fruit with sprinkles, and omelets, await us. As does the beautiful skies. Dawn showcased the beauty of this area, and then we were encouraged to keep going. Can you quickly explain what it is again?
This is alcohol fermented with different kind of medicinal and aromatic plants. This helps altitude sickness, open the lungs, open the airways, like making you breathe easier.
I rub my hands together, right? And breathe it in? Hydration is another key factor in making sure that you don't feel altitude sickness, which unfortunately I was definitely feeling. So, struggling a bit. Definitely feeling the low oxygen. My whole face is tingling, as are my fingers, probably from Diamox. I feel a bit nauseous, a bit dizzy, yeah, lightheaded. I did my best to put on a happy face and continue on.
Allison, how you feel?
I am hiking the Inca Trail in Peru. I don't know if I have a feeling, but I am doing it.
I'd say that did not answer the question. How do you
here.
feel? I am hiking.
I'm
okay.
hiking. I feel a bit less nauseous.
Okay. That's good.
I'll probably check my oxygen again. A little dizzy.
Okay.
I feel like this could be an interesting form of torture for some people.
Hey, you paid money for this, though. That's the thing. You paid for this.
I asked for this,
Yeah.
didn't I?
But look at this view. I mean, she can't see it from down there, but look at this view. We're above the clouds. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
The guides do carry oxygen, and I was able to check my level right on my Apple Watch. Below 90 is considered concerning.
There's a little peak on the left.
Yeah.
That's the bus.
Okay.
Why is it?
That's a small peak. The whole peak is the breast of woman.
Oh, I see
The
it.
woman prophet.
Kind of looks like a woman's nipple, yeah.
It does.
The face of the woman still behind this mountain.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a woman laying on the back and basically it's a profile. That's
Why
how
did
the
they
woman
say
body-
dead though?
They should have done a sleeping in pass.
Yeah, that's nicer.
Souls for that.
30 souls for some Jack Daniels, which is not recommended.
That's fine.
That's very, very kind. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Thank you. So I was really struggling on the incline up to Dead Woman's Pass, which is just up there. And a while back, our guides noticed, and a porter actually offered to carry my bag for me. And I am so genuinely thankful. Got a little emotional because obviously, you know, my back hurts and it's just made like, I feel like a new human. It's made this section so much easier. And when I say I don't think I could do this hike without a porter, I am genuinely meaning that. So thank you so much to all of the porters and Alpaca. I'm gonna make it up to Dead Woman's Pass. So we are currently at 3,938 meters of elevation.
And we're headed all the way up to 4,200 meters of elevation. I'd look ahead of me and find a spot on the retaining wall to sit and catch my breath, and just try to keep walking to get to the next sitting spot.
Give me a little cheer. We're doing it.
The oxygen up here is very thin. Tomorrow, like 3,000 feet lower, we'll be in the forest. You can breathe easier.
What ecosystem are we in right now?
Highland.
Highland.
This is the highland ecosystem, guys. As you guys can see, it's mostly grass, right?
I made it. I might have moved at a snail's pace, more waddling up the trail than walking, but I'm here.
So how y'all feeling?
I am feeling pretty high, both physically and emotionally, because we are at 4,200 meters, which I think is the highest elevation I've ever been at. And I feel like it was a major achievement.
This is Dead Woman's Pass. Congratulations, no? Everybody did very, very good job. No? Now we're gonna start descending. Downhill is gonna be about 1 hour and a half or 2 hours. Downhill is going to be much easier, quicker. Right at the bottom, there are gonna be porters, green porters waiting for us. Porters gonna offer some mattresses for you to lay down.
Oh, yes! Mattresses!
This is the highest point on our entire trek.
Into the abyss. Who knows what new foes we shall encounter here. Ideally, my breathing will be a little better.
We're also well past any occupied villages or shops.
So we crested Dead Woman's Pass. We are now going downhill for about an hour and a half to our lunch spot. And you know, I'm really proud of myself. Again, so thankful to the porter who carried my backpack. And I just feel really lucky and blessed to be here. Because as you know, I fractured my spine and I was pretty close to being paralyzed. And I'm not. And like, look at what my legs are doing. Look at where I am. And like, oh, I just feel so thankful to be able to do this. I'm in Peru on the Inca Trail. And this downhill feels so good.
Now heading downhill, I carefully watched my footing and I stopped to enjoy a little snack on the trail before meeting someone.
You're fixing the way?
Yes,
Why? The stone has moved?
yes, the poor coming every day is raining. Fast, very fast.
Okay.
The move the storm, okay?
Okay. So the rain moves the stone. And what do you do with this?
This is the pico.
Yes,
This is a pico.
a pico.
Yes.
And do you work for the Minister of Culture?
Yes.
For Peru?
I work in the Minister Culture
Okay,
in the sanctuary Machu Picchu.
wonderful. Thank you for your
My name is
work.
Alex.
Alex,
Yes, and you?
Allison.
Alex, wow, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm from Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah.
We descend further into the cloud forest. My hiking boots dance across the rocks. My lungs inflate like balloons as we bounce down from the oxygen-deprived air. And before long, it's mattress time. I so enjoy lying down, resting my back and legs before lunch.
Here's the super chef Sergio. Vegan and the vegetarians. This is salad, okay? Fried potato. It's like a chicken salad. Okay.
After lunch, apparently there's more uphill, which I feel like I did not sign up for. But there's also this really cool but slightly sketchy way we have to go across some wooden boards. The views are so worth it.
Oh my gosh. What are we climbing? Like,
One of my favorite parts of getting to hike the Inca Trail with Alpaca Expeditions is getting to learn about the history and culture of the area from our knowledgeable guides.
This device is a replica of the many ones we have all over the world. We still have more than 1,500 quipus. Quipu is the name of this device. Quipu means basically a knot, no? Since we have archaeologists coming from different part of the world, they have taken some Asia, United States, Europe and stuff. But there was mainstream, as you guys can see, no matter the material, it could have been human hair, could have been llama wool. This is the fiber, natural fiber, which is agave, right? But they have a second ones, no? The size of the knots, the type of them, the distance between the knots, every single detail, it had completely different meaning. Like for us, most probably one single knot could have been like a full sentence for us.
wow.
The distance between the knots could have been the distances the people need to walk or years, whatever, guys. But we don't know anything about this. Why is that? It's because the Spaniards, when they come here, they executed all the nobles first. Because that was the easiest way to stop revolutions. The Spaniards realized, killing the nobles, no more revolution. Because people need a leader to go from. That's why we don't know. They kill our history, basically. All right? As you can see, second strings, they could have been different colors. Some of them, they were dyed. Some of them, they have natural colors. The distance, every single detail.
That's mile 82.
Oh, yeah.
Mile 82, and then we came this way.
Oh my gosh.
And then we went over there.
Wow. So we camped here.
Right here, the first night.
Okay, so it's still day 2, but we're on the second downhill portion and we're kind of crushing it, to be honest.
Feeling much better.
We're feeling really good. We saw a beautiful, like 2 beautiful hummingbirds right in front of us, and we're just kind of hopping along the rocks, doing what we can. We're in the middle of the pack right now. We are on the Inca Trail in Peru and enjoying it. Yay!
Arriving into camp, and I couldn't be happier because this means the day is over and I get to take off my hiking boots, do a little in-tent shower with a wet wipe, and relax.
We found our home. Here we are on the edge of oblivion. Come check it out. So they brought our duffels right here, and we got sleeping pads. We have our own sleeping bags. Oh, look at this. So sweet. Thank you so much. We get hot water to wash our hands. Muchas gracias.
I'm sure you've wondered what the bathroom situation is like. There are public toilets along the trail, but they're not always the nicest. Luckily, Alpaca does bring portable toilets just for our group, which are awesome and much more private. Okay, so day 2 is more or less over. There was definitely a few moments going up to Dead Woman's Pass that I was really struggling. Day 1 was hard. Day 2 was really hard. I think it should be called the day too hard. But I guess it wasn't because we did it. Everyone in our group did it.
Tomorrow it may gonna be a bit like walking in the park for some of you, especially for the ones looking for some flowers, not plants and stuff. Birds. So birds of course, right? Tomorrow, even we have a short day hike. We wanna start early because early mornings usually the views are clear around here. Wake up call is going to be at 5. Same as this morning with the coca tea. You guys like coca tea?
Yes.
Good morning. So it is the morning of day 3. Unfortunately, it is raining a little bit. So we've got all of our waterproof gear on, and today seems like it's going to be quite an easier day. So hopefully it is. Maybe time for a siesta, and yeah, we'll see how the day goes.
Who is this?
Who's this?
It's a tiger.
Okay. So we like to name on this guy Cuchiwato.
Cuchiwato.
Basically for us on the mountain means like playboy. Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Buenos días, compañeros. Buenos días. Well, I just want to introduce these guys. For me, it's always a pleasure not to introduce these guys. For me, it's very important, very pleasure that I work with these guys. This is our team, no? This is our family basically during 4 days hike. And all of these guys are coming from the mountain communities. And each of these guys, they are farmers back home. But tourism is the main activity for us to make money. You know, when you guys doing this kind of activities, hike, tourism, everywhere, you not only enjoying vacation, you are creating positions for many people basically. You are very important for all of us. Okay, and each of these guys gonna let their names, where are they coming from? So amigos, we have a chef, we have a sous chef, we have a waiter, we have a head porter, and we have one woman porter. Guys, because Alpaca is one of the companies also empowering women in this activity, and that's why Alpaca has different priorities like employing women porters, women guides, women chef, for sure. There are not enough women yet want to work on a hike because this work is not that easy. It's a tough job, especially for girls, but as we know, girls are tough as men. Sergio. Okay, the chef is Sergio. He's been here over 20 years working in tourism, guys.
Good morning, everyone. I'm David. I'm working in this company for 2 years.
He's a student to become a guide.
Buenos días con todos. Mi nombre es Matilde Paco Japa. Yo soy de Pisa y tengo 28 años.
He's Matilde. She's Matilde Alpaca from Pisa.
Mi nombre es Valentín. Yo soy de Boca Tomo.
Valentín from Boca Tomo.
Valentín is radio días, compañeros. Buenos días. Mi nombre es Mariano.
Mariano.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Abelino.
Abelino. Abelino. 68, Abelino. He's there.
Today, we're hiking in the rain, but good thing we brought our rain jackets from Mac. I have some rain pants on and these ponchos from Alpaca. Hopefully it clears up soon.
We're getting the full experience.
Yeah, we needed to experience the ponchos.
I like this kind of days too. After a long dry season, it's nice to have some rain. But plants are happy. Now we're hiking along the tree line. This is the tree line between the highland and the cloud forest. These are the layers of ecosystem that we have here in Peru. We have the highland, basically where only grass grows. Then it will be this kind of forest, which is already dense. And along this area, at this altitude, we do have one prehistorical plant.
And possibly dinosaurs? Never mind, those aren't prehistoric animals. It's just our first spotting of wildlife along the trail. And then Lisandro warns me of some more.
What? Watch out the puma on the side. Sometimes they're pumas waiting for Canadians.
Luckily no pumas, but unfortunately more rain obscuring our view. Still, it's a beautiful, unique experience just to be here.
When you're cold, you say,
Alalao.
"Alalao." I have a question too. Do people still practice the Inca religion?
Definitely, yes. The Inca religion is getting back, recovering more and more now.
Sounds good.
So like
It does,
young
right?
people, we don't really go church, we don't go mass.
Yeah.
We are more connected to nature.
To nature, right?
Lisandro also tells me that every year there are less and less porters. Young people don't want to be porters anymore. And he says in the future that we won't have porters anymore. I definitely could not do this trek without them.
Look at like the tree well behind you. Yeah, isn't that cool? It's like a portal to another realm.
Descending the stone trail, the landscape transforms into a jungle.
You can hear a bird and maybe a train or a bus. And of course the rain. We came to Peru for the views!
Knowing we didn't have much longer, we pushed on, sometimes getting little glimpses of the stunning scenery we were going past. Here's one thing for sure, you will not go hungry on an Alpaca expeditions trip. They cater to all different dietary restrictions and the food is delicious. Since we had some extra time, some people had a siesta, and I took the opportunity to interview some of the members of the Alpaca team.
Hello, this is Lisandro. I am a guide on the Inca Trail hike. Originally, I'm from the small community, the only community located along the Inca Trail hike. I've been doing this activity for 23 years. I started as a porter. I was a cook. Then I started guiding groups over 17 years already. Definitely this is my passion. I love my job. I was a porter for a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah, I was one of the youngest porters in the Inca Trail. I started as a porter when I was 13. 13 years old. And then the reason why I started that young is because since my parents are like farmers, they couldn't make enough money.
Yeah.
That's why I have to work and sustain my own education. For tourism here is a actual degree. Then we have to go university for tourism.
Okay.
It takes 5 years. No? Then once you graduated, you get your ID. Then you can work as a legal guy. Yeah, the English, I went for English school for 3 months, just for some grammar.
Yeah.
But English sometimes doesn't make sense. No
It's
rules
true.
to go follow.
It's true.
But I learned English mostly on the trail. Tourism actually in our region, Cusco is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Basically in whole Peru, tourism is about the third biggest industry here. Nowadays, most young porters, they want to be a guide. I was a cook for a couple of years as
Okay.
well. Yeah.
How did you like that?
I really like cooking. I really like gastronomy,
Yeah.
but it's just different experience.
Yeah, how is being a guide different?
A guide, it's really nice job. but it's a big risk because you're taking people on the mountains. No?
You feel responsible.
Big responsibility because
Yeah.
the whole group is in your own responsibility.
Yes.
Like hikers and the porters.
So you said you've been guiding for 17 years. What's your favorite part of it?
I like the experience
Yeah.
because every time is different. No, every hike's different. We have different weather,
Yeah.
different people. No? Basically, the whole experience is different.
So you
Even
never
the
get
food's
bored
different.
of walking?
You never get bored of this.
Even of walking the same trail
The
again
same
and
trail,
again? So how many times have you walked the Inca Trail?
At least over 800 times.
Wow.
I'm still not bored.
You have your favorite spots along the trail?
I like day 3.
Yeah. Even though it was so cloudy for us.
They are right actually about the campsites. We have institutions taking care of this national park.
Okay.
On the first day, this institution is gonna assign the campsite depending on the size of the groups.
So we might have stayed at a different campsite.
We could have, yeah.
Oh, so it could have been longer or shorter each day.
Yeah. My youngest client was Sisney. She was from California, 6 years old.
6? And
6
she did
years
it fine?
old. She did it fine with the little legs, little walking sticks, climbing on the steps.
So cute.
She did it all. My oldest client was Joyce. 2 years ago, I took Joyce on a hike and she was 85 years old.
85, and she also
She
made
did
it.
it all the way Machu Picchu.
Amazing.
I really love being nature. I'm a mountain guide and I've been doing this all my life, and so I really like being well connected to nature, being outside, hiking on mountains, even mountains, massive mountains, making us feel insignificant in a good way. But I still love being outdoors. I really want to be respectful to the nature too.
Hello, my name is Ethel Paola. I am from Quillabamba. It's a small town of Cusco. It's like a jungle. In the 2021, I was porter too for 6 months.
How was that?
It's very hard, but this is part of the experience. When I was six years old, we come to the jungle to Cusco to looking for better options. Choose my career. I was thinking archaeologist, no? I want to be archaeologist, but it's not possible.
Why not?
Because the money my father is not good, no?
Yeah.
I choose for another one to more easy.
Yeah.
I find that tourist guide is like a archaeologist.
Yeah.
And I started to study tour guide. I am fall in love in my career. It's very beautiful nature.
You know how many people work for Alpaca?
I think over 100 guides.
Over 100 guides. And how many porters do we have?
Over at least over 500 porters, Alpaca employees.
And
But
how
in our group, we
Yeah.
have about 26, including the chef and the sous chef.
Okay.
24
Wow.
porters, basically.
26, and how many are we? 13?
13,
So double.
kind of.
And that's kind of normal?
Yeah, kind of normal.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you both
Yay.
for being our guides. Thank you.
so much.
How long have you been a porter with Alpaca?
Hai kawatanyang yang kasyanki Alpaca Expedition. She said first year.
Your first year? Okay. Why did you want to become a porter?
Ahorita para poder estudiar y mantenerme yo sola, independizarme.
She's working as a porter to make money to finish his education.
Amazing. What are you studying?
¿Qué estás estudiando? She wants to be a tour guide.
Me gusta el idioma francés, francés y italiano. Y ahorita yo sé hablar pero portugués.
She likes other languages besides English. She likes French and she likes Italian. She's actually from the small community known as Paro Paro.
Okay.
Quinzacocha, that's the name of the community, like a 3 lakes.
Parte de las papas.
Her community belongs to Pisac,
Okay.
which is a district.
Is your family still there?
Sí.
Tu familia sigue, ¿no?
You understand. Good, good. And is it hard being a woman with mostly other men porters?
¿Es difícil para ti ser la única mujer en el grupo con muchos varones?
No, porque todos nos ayudamos y estamos compartiendo todos, ¿no? normal.
And she said it's not, because everything is in team, no? And they share everything, they help each other.
And how much do you carry every day?
¿Cuánto cargas cada día?
Yo cargo 15 kilos.
She carries 15 kilograms.
Okay. Is that difficult?
¿Es difícil? ¿O quieres más
Es
carga?
normal.
You're very strong.
Sí. O sea, es costumbre, ¿no? Cuando caminas, es normal.
What is your favorite part of this job?
¿Qué te gusta más de todo el trabajo?
Caminar
Sí.
y, o sea, compartir así con los que vienen.
She likes walking and she likes sharing everything in a group.
Later that evening, we were treated to a magical visit to this well-preserved Inca site.
This Inca site, known as Wiñay Wayna, it's very, very important for all of us, even for the guides, because this is even more intact than Machu Picchu.
Oh, wow.
Machu Picchu is about 75% original. This is over 87% original. Wiñay Wayna means forever young. Right? Basically, this American explorer Bingham, he couldn't see them. It's because the location of these two Inca sites is where the dense vegetation is. At the time this archaeology camp, no, it was like that part of the mountain. No people could see anything from the distance. That's why it took a long time to discover these two Inca sites. So guys, the reason why we call Wiñay Wayna or Forever Young is because thanks to one of the orchids that we have in the national park. In this historical Machu Picchu sanctuary, we have about 530 different species of orchid flowers. It's kind of impossible to see all orchids blooming the same time, because orchids gonna bloom sometimes once a year, sometimes in the rainy season. Some orchids bloom not every 4 or 5 years, but we have one orchid blooming all year around. That one is called Forever Young. That orchid, this archaeology has found growing on this wall. That's why the name of this Inca site has. So amigos, here is like a small complex. No? Here we see many different things for many different reasons, guys. I'm gonna say it. Farming terraces. That's the whole urban sector, guys. When you see right on the corner, that's a kind of a curved building, open area with windows aligned to the trail that we have across. Across the valley on that side of the mountain, you can see the short Inca Trail. That used to be back in the days the commercial Inca Trail. Remember on day one when I mentioned to you, Patallacta to Machu Picchu, about 6-7 hours walk only. That was part of it. Okay, part of the commercial trail. Nowadays, the short Inca Trail hikers, they take that trail. And they still connect to this place as well. Right? That could have been a lookout point, which means that site was basically for this watchman person, the people who were engaged to protect Machu Picchu. The ones who were making sure no enemies were approaching to Machu Picchu, right? But what kind of weapons Incas have, no? The Inca people have, no, important, like a basic weapons basically. Incas never ever have any fire guns. They have slingshots, no? They have a lance. They have arrows, no? They have archers. They have spears. They have hatchets, something to fight, body to body kind of. Simple ones. But how these people could recognize on any people along the trail? Dressing color was very important for them to tell. That's why Incas normally dress bright, right? Communities, provinces, they have their typical way to dress up. Then they could tell it, right? That's the whole urban sector where we count about 14 small rooms, all right? They were homes. Some of them, they could have been dorms. The first 6 buildings, the closest ones to the terraces, they were storage buildings. How can we tell this? Windows. All right? Incan homes, no windows. Why is that? Because those, Incan houses were built with not heater system. People want to keep the insulation indoors. That's why no windows. Doors gonna be quite short. But storage buildings always have a windows because that's the ventilation system, guys. That's the easiest way to tell, okay? The whole urban sector is connecting to this religious sector by those stairways. We can see it. Along those stairways, you can see those kind of doorways facing to the terraces. There are 11 of them, 11 water fountain again. Tomorrow, on our arrival to Machu Picchu, we're going to see about 16 water fountains, even more. Was probably the ones located along the stairs were religious water fountain for people to take those kind of ritual showers. Not perhaps the proper shower, just to purify the mind, the body, the soul, and be ready and visit the religious place. This is the wall which is part of the religious sector, guys. If you observe on the wall, you can understand clearly how long Inca took to build this Inca site. Because in the same wall, as we can see here, you can see about 3 different architectural styles. Take a look. Let's say up to here. As you can see, the rocks, they have more than 4 angles. Right? Each of them, look. They are different sizes of them.
Yeah.
Bigger ones. But take a look at this. Like 2 lines of them. They are more square rocks, much smaller ones, but still polished. But the top part is more rustic. But still original one. Right? What does it mean? This was built by different generations. Different engineers could have built this. Different architects. That's why we can see different architectural style in the same wall. Because to build Wiñay Wayna, it didn't take, right, 5-6 years. At least 50 or 60 years, at least. Then this wall is gonna be by the entrance. By those guys are getting a picture, I think. It's gonna be an entrance. That's the doorway. Where you're gonna see a door in a double jump, like a double frame doorway. That kind of door means main entrance to very important places. Religious places, basically. Finally, the wall is going to end in a curve. It's going to be like a semicircle building. Archaeology is going to say Inca built this kind of round-shaped buildings in honor to the gods, like a temple, let's say. We have one temple at Machu Picchu in a round shape, which is the temple of the sun. As we know, temples were to store, to have idols, totems, representing gods. But amigos, the temple of the sun at Machu Picchu, it works like a sundial. It works a solar observatory place. That temple in Machu Picchu has 2 windows, amigos. And each of these windows is perfectly aligned to summer solstice and the winter solstice. Tomorrow, we are 2 hours away from Machu Picchu right now. In about 1 hour walk, we're gonna reach Sun Gate. What's your expectation at the Sun Gate? Most probably sunrise. That's what most people expect. But I'm gonna say, at this time of year, we're not gonna see sunrise at the Sun Gate. Sun Gate is aligned to summer solstice, December 22nd. At this time of year, the position of the sun is at a different point. All right? But the temple here, it doesn't have 2 windows. It had 7 windows, which means this number 7, it was not related with the sundial, definitely not. So most probably each of these windows could have been reflecting the colors of the rainbow. When you guys arrived in Cusco City, right at the airport, I'm sure you saw the rainbow flag. What was your opinion about it? What do you think about that? Was probably like the most, Maybe you thought Cusco people must be open-minded.
Yeah.
Right? But that flag,
Yeah, pride flag.
the rainbow flag is a Cusco flag since 1992. Earlier, there was no flag. The Spaniards introduced the flag to South America. But the rainbow, it used to be already a special god, special deity to the Incas, amigos. Because probably these windows can be reflecting these colors, because this is the valley where people can see easily single, double, or triple rainbows sometimes.
We wandered through the ruins, and I felt the hair prick on the back of my neck, as if someone or something was watching us. I even ventured up to the Sun Temple and said an earnest prayer for sunshine tomorrow, since I knew we'd be heading into Machu Picchu and I really didn't want it to be obstructed by fog. But tonight, it just looked beautiful and slightly haunting, and it was such a memorable experience. Before losing the light, we headed back for one last dinner together and a nice surprise.
Amigos, our chef, Mr. Sergio, he baked a cake, especially because we have very special occasions during this trip. So personally, I'm lucky to be part of this anniversary trip on the hike. I really want to wish them happy 25th anniversary. We want to wish like an early happy birthday. We have it's been very important, for all of us, definitely, since we are family during 4 days hike and stuff. And our chef baked a cake.
How do you bake
It took about 1 hour and a half to bake a cake on the mountains. Not having anything in the kitchen, no special thing, no oven, no special, cooker, nothing. He only used a little open fire, the simple pan. He needs to bake half of the cake in 45 minutes. No? Then he needs to put it upside down to bake the other half.
Oh my goodness.
Roll off the cake, then all the icing, and I think it has a jelly on top.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, the cake was great, but my favorite part was this flaming ball and marshmallows, so we could roast marshmallows together on our last evening. What a special, sweet treat. And yes, I did light mine on fire pretty quickly.
Official campsite for all Inca Trail hikers. Everybody tomorrow gonna wake up early morning here. For some people wake up at 3 o'clock, some people are around 3:30 in the morning. No matter what time we're gonna wake up, we try to leave early possible. We're gonna walk in the dark, the first 2 or 3 minutes only. Because in 2 or 3 minutes walking, we're gonna be by the controlled. There's gonna be a checkpoint where people have to wait until 5:30. No, there are gonna be some benches and a little shelter for the first 50 people, kind of. We are about 500 people starting the hike every day. It's like a 200 tourists, 300 porters and guides. Sometimes being the first or trying to be the first group is a little advantage.
Yeah.
But you decided, guys, you have to be glad with this
I feel like
decision that we're
between
gonna take.
3 and 3:30, there's not much difference.
A hot drink would be nice. I don't think food would be
No.
nice.
We've
been getting that anyways with our wake-up call.
Hot drink with wake-up
we
call.
I don't think we need to, if everyone agrees, we don't need to set up a table in the morning.
No.
Are we all okay?
Yeah.
We can take the breakfast to go and eat it in line.
That's what I thought. That's literally what I thought. That's
Yeah, a hot
fine.
drink.
Would you like to beat the whole groups, all the losers?
Yes.
Try to beat them, okay? But in this case, we're gonna wake up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's good.
Are you guys okay?
Yes. So it is 4 a.m. and I think we're the second or maybe third group lined up. So we are underneath the shelter, sitting on the benches. We got up at 3 so that we can sit here and wait until 5:30 when the checkpoint opens. That's gonna be the rush and dash to get to the Sun Gate and to get to Machu Picchu. It's the last day and the last stretch.
This is gonna make us fly.
All right, here we go. It is 5:29. We are pretty close to the front of the line. We're gonna hike to Machu Picchu, day 4. As soon as we got the go-ahead and walked through the final checkpoint, I felt a spring in my step, although it was pitch black outside, so I did have to use my headlamp to see where I was going. It was raining, but we could hear some birds, so we were hopeful that meant it wasn't totally cloudy outside. For the first time, there was no space between us, just a long line of headlamps. As the sun rose, we started to be able to see where we were, and it was gorgeous. Sure, the rain was a bit of a downer and it was a little bit slippery, but I was just so excited for this to be our last day on the trail, and I was so hopeful. All I wanted to do was to get to Machu Picchu. And then we reached them, the infamous Gringo Killer Steps. This near vertical climb required all 4 limbs.
We just did the Gringo Killer Steps. No one died. It's kind of like rock climbing, and we are 10 minutes from the sun gate. Woo!
Well done.
I'll admit it, my excitement was dampened by this view, or complete lack of view, should I say. We left the very cloudy, fogged-in sun gate and continued on our way. And luckily, just as we rounded a corner,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Woohoo! Machu Picchu! We hiked for 4 days to see you!
far away but so clear, tucked within a valley, ensconced between mountains. Wet and cold, we kept trekking to get to this iconic viewpoint.
We made it!
We made it to Machu Picchu!
And oh my goodness, it felt good. I could actually see it. I took off my rain jacket, unbraided my hair, and brought out my bulky Canon DSLR camera to snap so many photos and videos of this moment.
Gringo Killer Steps, 3 o'clock in the morning. And welcome to Machu Picchu. You know, Machu Picchu is the cherry in a cake. Machu Picchu is the main dish in the whole journey. Even the rain, I think we still lucky to see that. Believe me, sometimes we don't see this view, especially after the rain. What was Machu Picchu? First table, we're gonna talk about the name. Machu Picchu. We're gonna try to pronounce correctly. Because when you say, I wanna see Machu Picchu, you're saying something inappropriate in a Quechua language. The name is Machu Picchu with a double C.
Picchu.
What does Machu Picchu mean? Machu means old, Machu means ancient, Machu means something vast, huge. Picchu means mountain or peak. Literally we translated all ancient mountain. But amigos, Machu Picchu is not the name of this Inca site. Nobody knows the real name of this place. It is lost in the history. Right? This name is basically from the early 1900s. You know the official discovery time of Machu Picchu is 1902, July 14, by Peruvian person Agustin Lizarra. This guy, supposed to be, he was a farmer and he found Machu Picchu by accident, but he wants to name as a Machu Picchu because this Inca site is located at the base of Machu Picchu mountain. Now let me introduce the famous mountain in the old postcard pictures, that's Wayna Picchu, which means young mountain. Take a look at those mountains, very mystical right now. Those mountains are the Andes, amigos.
We followed our trusty guide through this beautiful area, learning more about the ruins. I felt overwhelmed with emotions, happiness, sadness that it was over, and relief. It was incredible to see this site, which is roughly 600 years old.
Now we're gonna go in this little passage, we're gonna visit the religious neighborhood.
Continue.
Don't stop. Continue. And you're like, no, we're stopping.
Yes.
So rebellious.
In front of us, this is called the Royal Mausoleum. This is the Royal Tomb. This was built as a final resting place for the Incan King Mummy. This works like a solar observatory place. But that's the Temple of the Three Windows. Temple of the Mother Earth. Temple of the Pachamama.
And all too soon, our tour and our time here was over. It was time for this adventure to end. And although we were drenched so much that our hands looked like prunes, we were excited to go into a restaurant to eat, and then to say goodbye to the rest of our group. Thank you so much to Alpaca Expeditions, Prom Peru, and Fever Pitch Communications for taking me here. And don't forget to subscribe to Explore Magazine now to never miss a new issue or adventure.